Today we're going to be doing a full demo of our marketing template. Our marketing template is available to all users in our template library and can be added to your personal studio account by using the plus button and adding the marketing template to your account. For the purposes of this demo, we're going to be using one that's already set up. So our marketing template allows users to provide access to all different types of information, tools, and services in a consumer style experience. It's very quick and easy to manage, and we have a full admin suite that allows you to import your own information throughout the template. There's lots of cool interactive features that can be used without the need for any developer knowledge or code. We will be going over these a little bit later in the demo. One thing to point out is there are lots of different features available in this template. It's not meant to be used as a whole. There's different features and components that you can pick out depending on your specific needs. All of the tools and components available in the marketing template are listed on our main menu. You'll see they are broken up into 3 different sections. We have our interactive tools, which we will be discussing shortly. We have our reference material, ways that you can share information and news with your users, and then of course our communication tools, ways that you can communicate with your users throughout the app in an interactive way. All these can be found on our main menu and again can be tailored depending on the use case for your specific app. To that point, we are going to go over some specific use cases that you might find helpful when using this template. These use cases are examples of marketing campaigns and how you can translate them into an interactive app format depending on your specific needs. So the first one we are going to discuss is our distribution of multi-jurisdictional data. At times we have lots of data relating to different types of categories, subjects, subtopics. For instance, geographies across different states or across different countries, and just trying to find a way to display that information to our users. So what we have available in this template is our maps and our lists. So if I click into one of my maps here, you'll see we here have the map of the US. I can hover over it and see population for any of the states. There's also gradients showing me the high and low populations throughout the US. So this allows users to get kind of an interactive displays of knowledge on each of these states. Again, we're using population for this example, but it can be tailored to whatever your need is. You'll see we have the option to browse by list view. We also have the option to click into the state, which pops up this information relevant to that specific state we've clicked on. If I go back and I'm in my browse by list view, you'll see we have all the states here. Again, I can go into them and click and see different information on what's happening within those states. I also can go back to my map, which will take me to the, again, list of the map. Another interactive tool that we have available in our marketing template is our Analyze Content tool. The Analyze Content tool enables users to create an interactive side-by-side comparison in your app. The data is all stored in the data sources and enables users to compare topics side by side. For the case of this demo, we have countries and specific topics sitting within these countries. You'll see if I click into our first step here, we have the option to select certain countries. So I can go ahead and choose a few of those, move to our next step, and I'm going to select the topics that we would like to compare. I'm going to compare the flag, the population, and the history. If I press our view results, you'll see it will take us to our results screen. If I view this in desktop view, you'll see we have a nice side-by-side comparison of the countries we have selected and the topics that we have selected to compare. So I can see the population lined out here. I can see our history. If I scroll and open these accordions, I can have a side-by-side comparison of all that information here. We can slide over and nicely see everything that is displayed from our selection. We also have the option to share these results with any users outside of the app or inside of the app, the option to configure requesting assistance, and then of course our Start Over button, which allows us to go back to the beginning screen. We can also configure to contact experts within the app or email the entry to an individual person. Again, for this circumstance, we're using countries and information related to these countries, but this data can be tailored to whatever you would like to display within your app. As we saw in the results of our Analyze Content component, we have the option to contact an expert. This, we should point out, is how the marketing template facilitates lead generation. The idea is that the user will go in and find this information and then connect to a specific expert for more information. So if we take you to our directory, you will see how this information is nicely laid out. You can list all of your contacts and click into them to see specific information about them. We have the email button that will open and compose an email to go straight to this contact. We have the call button that can call the contact with their phone number that's set in their profile, and we also have the option to go straight to their LinkedIn page. You see here we have a bit of a bio about them, the department that they work for, the country that they are in, and their expertise. We have the option again to bookmark users to come back to them later, and also filter them depending on their expertise. Again, like all of these components, what information that is displayed here can be completely customized depending on your specific needs. So another way to lay out information in our app, and a use case that you may like to see, is different ways to distribute information. So this would be where we would want to show users a library of information that sits within our app. So instead of passing out handouts, sending email attachments, we have one document library center where all of this information is stored. Again, users have the option to bookmark things if they want to come back to them later, to search, or to filter by certain categories. So here the user would come and we would click into the specific topic, and you'll see here you have the option to link them out to any related web pages or to attach PDFs or documents to it. So here we will see a sample document that is collected under this specific. So that is one way that we can display information to our users. Another way is through our glossary. So our glossary works like a general glossary, but it allows a bit more interactive touch to it, again, allowing the users to search or bookmark things and come back to them later. The glossary also can be paired with a list from data source where we have information presented to the user, and when they click into it, our terms from our glossary are highlighted. So you'll see here, I click over, hover over continent, and I'm seeing the definition that sits back in my glossary there. So this allows a bit more of an interactive way for us to show information to people. The next use case that we're going to be discussing is a component we have to help users assess their competency. So if you have thought leadership or benchmark material that is used to gauge interest in your services or help customers understand where they need assistance from you, this tool is great. It gives the customers or users confidence by showing how they compare to other people using the app, and really drives lead generation by highlighting areas for improvement. This works like a general benchmark. I will quickly go through it for you, and if I select my answer here, how many countries have I traveled to, I will submit, and I will see the breakdown of my results versus the results of other people who have answered this question. You'll see I have a pie chart here presenting that information. If I click to my next question, do I have a passport? I'm going to say yes, I do. And again, I can see how my answer lays out to people that have already gone through this benchmark and answered the question. Again, we have a different style chart used here to display that information. I will answer our next question. How many times have you traveled? 2 to 3 times a year. And again, I have a different bar chart here presenting that information. If I go through the end of it, it just says here that I've completed my benchmark. I have the option to email my results to someone, to request assistance from someone, to contact an expert, or to share this information with another user of the app. So that is how our benchmark tool works. Another interactive tool that can be helpful is our decision tree. So our decision tree can replace a decision tree on paper, a questionnaire, a flow chart type assessment that can help customers or users of the app make decisions. The benefit of this is giving your users the answers that feel personalized without requiring human intervention, and really again driving lead generation by suggesting outcomes and solutions. So here again, I will see how my decision tree works. If I click into this, are you comfortable traveling outside of the country? Yes, I am. It leads me to my next question. Do I have a valid passport? Yes, I do. Am I comfortable traveling? Am I comfortable traveling on a plane? Yes. And my decision here is going to be travel. So here I see my results nicely displayed out for me. I see my questions that I have previously answered. And again, I have the option to email my results, request assistance, contact an expert, or share them with you. The next use case that we're going to be talking about is ways to help your users learn new topics. So this can be replaced for sorts of training materials that you usually distribute to customers that are converted into a more interactive and engaging tool sitting right within your app. So our quiz assessment works like a general quiz where your users would navigate through and answer questions screen by screen. So we'll go through our quiz. What is the capital of England? What country has the longest coastline? How many states are in Australia? And we get to the end of our quiz. So here our user is able to see the score of my quiz. So I have 33%. I answered one correct question and 2 incorrect out of 3. And I failed because I set my minimum score as 50% and I did not receive this. We also have the option to display out the questions and answers that the user has inputted during the quiz. This can be turned off or on. And we, again, like our other interactive tools, have the option to email results, request assistance, contact an expert, or share. Again, all of these can be customized specific to your quiz. We have a couple of other interactive tools that sit within our marketing template that I will review with you quickly. This here is our checklist functionality, which allows users to go in and check off things that they have or have not completed. This case is a travel checklist where users can go through and read different steps that they need to complete before traveling. Once this is completed, they have the option to email it to themselves so they can keep track of it as they move along the timeline. These again can be completely edited to whatever the use case is for the specific template. We also have the option to embed URLs or videos into our app. This also is a no-code tool that you can drop either the code or the actual URL into the screen and display a video or embed a different web page into the app. If we head back into the main menu of our marketing template, we will quickly go over a few of our communication tools that can be used to engage users and communicate throughout your app. The first one is our discussion forum. Our discussion forum allows users to share topics and information with each other. Users have the option to add their own discussion topics by clicking on this plus button and adding anything that they would like to share with the group. Back on our discussion forum page, users have the option to click into it, to make any comments to it, to like, or to bookmark. They also have the ability to search by particular categories depending on what is important to them. If we come back out of our discussion forum and back to our main menu, we will go into our chat functionality. So this again is a chat tool that allows us to chat one-on-one with people that are using the app. You'll see here I have a couple messages that I have already received today. I can click in and respond to my messages. I also have the option to start new messages with different users of the app. So you'll see if I click into John and start my chat with him, I can attach an image if I'd like to, or I can send the content. If we head back to our main menu, we also have notification inbox, which allows the user to receive notifications sent throughout the app. The last section we're going to talk about in our marketing template demo is our admin features. You'll see here on our main menu, I have this additional admin menu. Only users that are logged in as an admin will be able to see this menu. So we have several different options of what our admin users can do. The first one is managing content. This is going to allow us to add content to different parts of our app. So for instance, if I click into our create our event, you'll see I have a form here that I can populate with information that will take me directly to my event screen. Also, if I go back down here and I click into our create news, there's a similar form which allows me to add new news pieces to our news feed. All of these forms work in a general same manner, allowing the admin user to create new content within different screens from right in the app. If we click into our manage app section, you'll see that there's options to manage different parts of the app. Managing my user directory allows me to see the different users of the app and to edit any of their information. If I go back to my main menu, I also have the option to manage chat rooms that are sitting within the app, manage different communications that are going out. You'll see here this is a draft message that is going out to all users of the app. I can click in to edit, duplicate, or delete it, or I can create a new one with this plus button. If we go into our RSS section, you'll see we have an import RSS feed content, which allows you to insert the URL of the RSS feed and create a feed for your users to review. The last option on our admin menu is our security section. This is our configure security functionality that allows admins to set up security rules from within the app. The screen will set up two types of security rules, one that enforces the login and the user role security that will ensure the following user roles are limited. For instance, admins only seeing the admin menu. If I go down to the bottom of the form, you'll see any screens that we need to exclude from the app, where the user should be redirected to if they're not logged in, and what type of authentication is going to be used from within the app. Any additional help that is needed while using this marketing template can be found by clicking on this blue help button. You'll see you have the option to search for specific articles, to chat with our support team, to also review the full document library of our help documentation, and also to view any tutorial videos. Again, this template is live and ready for it to be used. You can find it by clicking on the Create App button and selecting our Use Template.